you wanted the best, you've got the best podcast, the hottest podcast in the world. The Chris Voss Show, the preeminent podcast with guests so smart you may experience serious brain bleed. The CEOs, authors, thought leaders, visionaries, and motivators. Get ready. Strap yourself in. Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because you're about to go on a monster education roller coaster with your brain. Now, here's your host, Chris Voss.
Hi, folks. Chris Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com. Ladies and gentlemen, hey, I just was sitting around here today thinking about what I could improv on the ramble here. And, you know, I realized in 16 years, 24 episodes, I never just asked my audience, how you doing today? You doing okay, man? You okay out there? Just want to make sure. Well, remember, we love you, and be good to each other. So, all right, that's the end of that discussion. Glad we could have that chat. Go team. Anyway, guys, go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com/Chris Voss, Chris Voss, one on the TikTokity, and all those crazy places on the internet. And I'll probably never do that again because it wasn't that funny. Opinions expressed by guests on the podcast are solely their own and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the host or the Chris Voss Show. Some guests of the show may be advertising on the podcast, but it is not an endorsement or review of any kind. Anyway, guys, we have an amazing, funny young man on the show with us today, and he's going to talk to us about some of his other stuff that he does in business and all that good stuff. We have on us with the show Rudy Patel with us. He is the CMO at a company called BeyondGREEN Biotech Incorporated. It was started by his father and his brother and him in a garage in 2016, because that's what you have to do with every tech company nowadays. Thanks, Steve Jobs. Anyway, just kidding around. He's dead. They've since grown into a full-scale U.S. manufacturing operation, focusing on sustainable alternatives to single-use plastic. Their journey has been one of grit, reinvention, and building their own infrastructure from the ground up, including resin production, extrusion, converting, printing, and fulfillment. Welcome to the show, sir. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for that great introduction, Chris. You just put a little bit of pressure on me, the funny guy. So I'm
funny, interesting. Yeah, it's a fine line.
All right, well, we'll see what we can do.
I think you got some funny in you, bud. I believe in you, man.
Appreciate that.
Well, we're not going to make you do stand up on the show, so give us your .coms. Where can people find you on the interwebs?
Absolutely. So BeyondGREEN has an Instagram. BeyondGREEN Biotech USA, Facebook BeyondGREEN Biotech, and LinkedIn BeyondGREEN Biotech. So we'll share it if we can, Chris, written out later on after the show.
Yep.
Because they're all different. But even if you just Google BeyondGREEN Biotech, we're everywhere.
BeyondGREEN. It's like extra green, which is like how I like my bank account.
A little bit beyond that.
I like my bank account to be extra green, if you will. So give us a 30,000 overview. What you guys do there?
We do everything from designing to product development to manufacturing to shipments for all of our customers. We're not just a manufacturer, though. We're actually a brand, too, and we use our brand to attract manufacturers, right? Because like our whole mission is, okay, we're trying to promote sustainable products. But if we can promote our products with our name stamped on the product, then it builds trust and belief amongst our customers, right? Because during the 2016 to 2018 phase, there's a lot of times where products were being shipped from offshore companies. And there's a whole greenwashing phase that we went through. There was a whole microplastic phase that we went through. And
can you explain greenwashing? Because we want to lay a foundation on that.
Yeah. So back in the day, nobody actually knew what greenwashing is. Today, everybody knows what it is. And I'm so happy, right? Because like I will have people reach out to me and say, you guys know about greenwashing? I'm so thankful. Thank you. But greenwashing is essentially falsified plastic products that have chemicals added, which help break them down. So they're not actually compostable. They're not biodegradable. They're chemically altered, if that makes sense. And one of the famous chemicals is EPI, and that was a huge thing. And right now, if you see any articles, if you see anything about, human body containing this much microplastic, this or that. Well, you could thank those guys.
Greenwashing, I think some of that include, like, there's people that would claim organic, but they were just like, really like, hey, we got some leftover farm stuff, let's just market organic, we can sell it for more money. Was that an example of greenwashing?
I mean, not necessarily, because like we had less control. Like, I'll try to put this to you in the best possible way I can. In US, we have a lot of control of what we can say based on our manufacturers, right? But when it comes from outside, we don't. So yes, that could be a possibility. But USDA has a USDA biopreferred certification that you can apply for. For instance, our pet waste bags originally came from corn byproducts, right? So whatever corn husk and everything that wasn't being used was being disposed, and what that recycle we were using, but that was only 25% of our material blend. But because we're US based, they have all the true data. What's coming from outside the country, we don't know. When I say outside the country, you know what I'm talking about.
Outside the US of A. And so now that we've laid that foundation, let's continue with some of the stuff that you do there.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say I am actually thankful that the entire Beyond Green team has aligned on this, right? Like, so whether that's my dad, whether it's my brother, my mom, even people that are not involved in the company, right? But more so our team members that are all aligned, right? So we're the first hybrid. We're not just a brand, but we're the first weird ones to use our brand as cannibalization. So do I spend money on marketing? No. Because what I do is I brand all the products, I put it out there, and then I let those products market the Beyond Green name. And you don't know who's going to buy that product. And when they do, they love that we can back our product with our name. Then that is going to give us the contract manufacturing opportunity, right? And that's what we're trying to do. But aside from that, everybody on our team is aligned, and everybody on our team is always innovating, right? So we're always working with our team, and we let them pitch us ideas. What should we do? Are we only doing single-use plastic products? Are we going to do more? Right? So now we're recently looking into green tech. Okay, great. You guys are making compostable products, but how are we going to throw them away? Because the government is confused, right? Or we're confused, right? Some states are saying this, some states are saying that. But okay, well, what can we do to develop the whole life cycle? Because until we develop the whole life cycle, we're not completed. Giving people compostable products is one thing. That's what our competitors do. But what are you doing to help them dispose of it?
Yeah. So give us an example of some of the Beyond Green products that you guys take and sell directly.
So for our brand, if you go on our website, it's going to look like we only sell poop bags, but we do a lot more than that. We do everything from pet products, whether it's poop bags or injection molding.
Poop bags are kind of an injection molding sort of device. So
no, they're going to be extrusion blown film.
Yeah, I'm just doing a joke there.
Oh, okay.
I have dogs. There's lots of injection molding coming out their butt.
Okay, yeah, you're talking about the afterlife of the product. Yeah, there's a lot of injection molding.
Yeah.
So we'll do a lot of F&B products as well. In 2022, we were the second largest drinking straw distributor in the U.S. because everything we do is sourced domestically in the United States. So when every large company was facing container crisis, well, we had to step up and use our sources to supply to them, right? We do a lot of cutlery production. We do trash bags, like essentially everything. And that's just our catalog. But we develop a lot of custom products for customers as well.
So those would be vendors maybe, or customers that are retailers, I guess you call them B2B?
We do a lot of B2C, a lot of B2B.
Yeah.
We actually manufacture the compostable cutlery for Walmart's Great Value brand.
Oh, wow.
That is actually...
I buy that all the time.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. Thank you. I love that.
I'm just excited. I know one of the products.
Yeah. Well, now you don't have to buy them.
Oh
My God, did I just say that live? Now everybody's going to contact me.
Can I buy it for you directly? Cut out the middleman at Walmart? No, I'm just teasing. Just having fun.
No.
Okay.
So, no, yeah, like, it's great. Like, we actually have... Like, we decided this with Walmart, and we're doing this with all our customers, right? Is to, okay, we're going to make a premium product. We're going to make a sustainable product, but it should not be priced more than offshore manufactured products, nor should it be priced more than plastic products, because the consumer should not have to think twice. And that's our goal. And the only reason we can do that is because we have great partnership with our suppliers.
Nice. Well, that works out really well, doesn't it?
Time to time.
Yeah. So what was the proponent? So if people are listening out there, if they're a company and they want to make, Beyond Green products, they want to make products that are, sustainable and all that sort of stuff, they can reach out to you and work with you on trying to develop products that, or make adjustments maybe to their current product line that can be more green oriented. Is that a good question?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So if they already have, like, let's say an existing plastic product, they want to convert it to a sustainable material, or if they don't even have that, they want to design it. Like, we do everything from SolidWorks or AutoCAD designing and up to the point where we store and ship for them. Like, we are the one-stop shop.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just, it should be amazing as to what you guys can do there. And of course, green and sustainability just seems to be getting more popular. What was the proponent that made you want to start this company? Like, what made you say, hey, I think this is something we should get into in 2016?
Well, ironically, my father came up with the idea in 2016. Prior to that, he's been in the plastic manufacturing industry for over 30 years in India, US, etc. He brought styrofoam cups to India, and his whole thing was like, you know what? I've created a mess pollution-wise. Like, I've created a mess. In 2016, for some reason, he wanted to go to Harvard Business School and did sustainability there. And then after he got his degree, he's like, okay, well, I've created the mess. I need to clean it up. And he came up to me at that time, and I was working for a pet store, and I was like, well, we're not going to get into the grocery industry right away because, like, the market is hard, right? But maybe we can get into the pet industry. So we started with compostable pet waste bags. I will let the listeners know this, though. This is the funniest thing. Pet industry is actually harder to get into than the food and beverage industry. So
really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. That's, he said years ago, well, you should get in the pet business. This is back now 20 years ago and stuff. And they were starting to just really charge shit for just pet stuff. And you're just like, this is like, and I was like, I remember when the Kongs came out, and I was like,
oh yeah,
Kong brand came out, and I was like, man, we need to get into this business because this is something. And, yeah. And so, I always regret never getting into that because I have dogs, so it would have been a great write-off for all the stuff I had to buy for my dogs.
I got you. Well, use Beyond Green bags. I got you.
Beyond Green. I think I have bought those bags before for the all the poop I collect, which is infinite at this point because I have two huskies, or I had two huskies. So
well, I'll get you the Beyond Green trash bags for your poop bags.
All right, I'll use them for me too because sometimes I'm driving around the neighborhood and can't find a bathroom. I had that problem in San Francisco, actually. No one in the city will loan you their bathroom. Like, even if you buy stuff, it's like awful. So what else do we need to know about your guys' brand and how you do it? And it's you guys work silently. So how do you do the work when no one's clapping?
Well, I mean, that's the hardest part, right? Like, we're a startup, essentially, I guess. Mm-hmm. Lots of growth, and I'm thankful for that. But the growth is sometimes the most painful part of the process, right? Because it's unexpected growth. So you're taking every proceed and you're putting it back into the business. Mm-hmm. And that at times hurts a lot more than slow growth, right?
Mm.
How do we do it? Because we do it as a family, not even just like my personal family, but all the team members that we have now. We have a super low retention rate. Like everybody is there when we need help. Everybody's there to give ideas. Everybody's there to innovate. And like we do it together and we do it for a purpose. We do it for the earth. We don't want to, like, that's great. Like I can make money buying a liquor store tomorrow and sell liquor, but I don't want to do that. I want to do something that helps the society and it helps the planet. And that's what, even if that's my goal, that's my father's goal.
Nice.
And his goal is something that I'm going to live forward to. And that's what I'm going to help push.
I like that. Yeah, it's important to, look at the legacy of things and what you're leaving behind and all that stuff. And, it's important that way in making a difference in the world. What are some of the lessons in entrepreneurship, family, working with family, and that might be a whole book itself, and values-driven leadership?
Working with family is a good one. We're from India, right? So.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I'm talking my generation. I'm talking my dad's generation, as you can imagine. There was probably a lot of clashing that happened. I'm not saying probably, there was clashing that happened, right? So we all needed to balance it out, and we did, because I would love to run my business like the Microsoft or the Google, right? Like super open for the staff, like super everything, right? My dad is more like, okay, you guys need to do this, we need to do this. So we met in between, and now it's going a lot better. Sure, still hard times, this and that. But what I've learned from starting the business is like pretty much everything I've learned, everything that college couldn't teach me, if that makes sense. And more so about yourself than anything external, right?
Yeah.
Every morning you wake up wishing you never started it. You're gonna have that 1 second of happiness. Whoa, this cool thing happened, but before you can enjoy that moment, you're gonna get bad news. That's business.
Yeah. Not everyone wakes up, excited every day all the time. There are times where you're like, oh, crap, I got to do this again. But, we talk a lot in the show about why it's important to do something you're passionate about, because it makes it a whole lot easier to wake up in the morning.
Well, 110%. So like Beyond Green for me is not a job. It's not a business. It's my family. It's something that I'm passionate about. I don't work a single day in my life right now. I may struggle every single day because of it, but we succeed and we have good moments and we have bad moments, but I would never let it go. Like I would fight till the end for that. And it's amazing to now have team members on the team that take it in consideration as their own business, right? So they help and they stand up. And so like we didn't build a team with Beyond Green. We built a family, and this family is helping give back to the community. And that's what we care about.
Well, giving back, that's the beautiful part about being in business, is you can give back, you can contribute to the world and all that sort of good stuff. And what do people need to watch out for with some of the true sustainability, with some of the buzzwords and some of the things that maybe distract them? We're talking about organic and some other things.
Great question. If you're buying sustainable products on amzn.to, don't buy them if they don't have a BPI or a TUV compostable logo. And even if they do, take the certification number, search it on the database for BPI or TUV, and see if it's real. There's a lot of fake stuff still happening online, and we're trying to prevent that ourselves working with these organizations. People will buy still from offshore companies and use fake logos. This is not coming from Beyond Green. This is coming from Rudy as an individual that I've seen. Yeah.
It's pretty wild. So what's the future hold for your company? What's the vision maybe that you're trying to go for, et cetera, et cetera?
contract manufacturing, still building our brand, but more so green tech, green software to help organizations and individuals make sustainability easier. Like the question you asked, how can you tell if a product is actually green? So building a software that can scan a UPC, search it, and give you validation, right? For instance. So things like that. Our job is not just to create single-use products. Our job is to make the entire environment easier for our users.
That helps, you know. So final thoughts as we go out, whatever you want people to leave with, so they're aware of what you do and how you do it, and your .coms.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess the biggest thing is, like, if you're looking into business is not going to be easy. It requires a lot of consistency, more so persistence, because some days you wake up, you're like, why did I do this? And other days you're stoked on it. But believe in your mission, believe in yourself. And as long as you do that, like, you can find the strength to keep going. And if you break down, that's okay. Get back up the next day and keep going, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, like, like it has to be passion. It has to be passion. If you're not passionate about it, you're not going to be motivated.
That's true.
My .coms, BeyondGREEN ByondGRN.com. Social media is all over the place. Chris, I apologize. I don't know the .coms for that.
Okay. Well, we can list some on the Chris Voss Show, and we'll get all that going on for you guys. So thank you for coming on the show. We really appreciate it, man.
No, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for having me on the show, and complete pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. And thanks to our audience for tuning in. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com/Chris Voss. Chris Voss, one, the TikTok, and all those crazy places in the internet. Be good to each other. Stay safe. We'll see you next time.
Take care.
And that should have